Noel was just like any other 17-year-old ready to take on the world, excited for her upcoming first-class trip to London to visit her grandmother. You could feel the energy buzzing in her as she boarded that plane, the thrill of the luxury seat, the anticipation of adventure ahead. But that excitement quickly turned into confusion and frustration. A dread she'd never seen coming sat heavy in her stomach. As she settled into her plush seat, a smile spread across her face. This was her moment, first class, a cushy seat, and the chance to relax before her trip. But then came the voice she never expected. Flight attendant Diane. Her tone was clipped, almost rehearsed. "Excuse me, can I see your boarding pass?" Noel's heart raced a little as she handed it over, wondering why her excitement was suddenly being questioned. Diane scanned the pass, looking back at Noel with a raised brow that felt colder than the cabin air. "There seems to be a mistake. This seat is for someone else. You'll need to move to economy." Confusion morphed into something darker as Diane continued. "We're having a system issue. It's easier if you just go where you belong." It stung, like a punch without any gloves. "No, wait, there must be a mistake. I've got my ticket right here," Noelle fought back, trying to steady her voice, but everything seemed to blur around her. Diane didn't budge. "If you don't move, I'll have to call security." Just like that, the weight of the world came crashing down on Noel. This moment, meant to be joyous, twisted into one of isolation. The anxiety bubbled up, pouring into her phone instead of spilling out. "Dad, it's me," she said, trying to keep her composure while covering her mouth to keep the tears at bay. "They're making me leave first class. They don't think I belong here." Her father Marcus felt his heart drop as he heard the shaky tremor in her voice. He had always told her, "You fight back when someone tries to put you down." Now hearing his baby girl distressed, it all felt more serious than anything he'd ever faced. "Noel, just breathe," he urged, words heavy with concern. "I'll handle this." Noel could hear the determination but still felt so alone. "They're really going to call security, Dad." And that's when it flipped. Marcus was no ordinary dad. He wasn't going to let anyone bully his daughter, not while he had breath in his lungs. He wasn't just her father. He was the CEO of his own aviation company. His private jet, the Thunderbird, was just waiting on the tarmac. "I'm not asking for justice." "Noel," he told her, resolve building in his chest. "I'm going to take it." He made a quick call to the control tower. "This is Marcus Steele. I need emergency clearance for an urgent landing. Tell them it's personal." A few tense moments later, with the engines roaring, the Thunderbird soared through the skies, descending unexpectedly toward the runway of the airport where Noel's flight had just begun taxiing. As Flight 388 prepared to take off, an unexpected shadow blocked the runway, a private jet casting an ominous silhouette, almost dramatic in the unfolding chaos. Air traffic control erupted in confusion. "What's happening? We have an unauthorized landing." And just like that, Marcus stepped onto the tarmac, striding toward the boarding gate, fury fueling each step. He spotted Noelle there, looking small and uncomfortable, standing before Diane, who was clearly rattled by the news of his arrival. He reached her in moments, eyes softening, as he wrapped her in a protective embrace. "It's okay," he whispered. "You're safe now." Then he turned to Diane, standing stiffly nearby. "What gives you the right to question my daughter's place in this world? A mistake was made, and you compounded it. This isn't just about a seat, it's about who gets to sit where." Diane blinked, clearly caught off guard. I, I was just following protocol." She stumbled, her confidence evaporating. "Follow the shame you're feeling right now." Marcus pushed, voice rising just enough to draw the attention of onlookers. "Do you stand by those protocols that strip dignity from people who deserve it?" The flight captain approached, sensing tension hanging thick in the air. "What's going on here?" he asked, uncertain but trying to regain authority. "Your staff has just tried to humiliate my daughter for what? Because of her skin, you need to own this. Apologize now." The captain's face paled, struggling with the weight of the moment. This wasn't just about the cockpit anymore, it was personal. After a long silence, he nodded slowly. "Miss, I'm very sorry for this misunderstanding. You belong in first class as much as anyone else." Noel, still shaken, but starting to feel the warmth of victory, offered a small nod, finally feeling seen amidst the chaos. As the storm settled, Noel returned to her original seat in first class. Marcus stood tall, feeling the adrenaline crash now that his daughter was safe again. The Thunderbird revved up, ready to leave, As Flight 388 finally roared into the sky, headed for London, after all the drama, it could finally take off. The incident blew up on social media like wildfire. A video captured the confrontation, driving viewers to discuss the father's bold actions, right or wrong. You know how it goes. Some praised Marcus as a hero, stepping up for his daughter. Others criticized him for being over the top, even reckless. Noel knew that silence was not an option for her anymore. She felt empowered in a way she hadn't expected. Now we're left with this question: when do we stand up against injustice, and when do we stay quiet? What do you think, friends? Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation? Like Noel, feeling overlooked or misjudged? Let's spark some real discussion down in the comments. Your story matters. Speak up.